on the extremely crowded Hong Kong island is this wonderful sea of green, which is the Hong Kong racecourse. But most of all, there are rugby fields, and this is where the Hong Kong Football Club has set up shop. And this great club is host to the annual Hong Kong Rugby 10s, played on the most scenic ground I've ever seen.
First tournament was played in 1986, and the genesis of the tournament was to coincide and celebrate with the centenary year. So this is the 32nd tournament, and over the years it's involved future internationals. Lots of the New Zealand World Cup winning teams have played at the tournament, and I just think year on year it just gets stronger and stronger and stronger.
The truth is, every tournament I have done has been a social one. This is the first one where it's been invite only. So all the teams who have turned up have had to reach a particular standard, and boy, it shows. In 2018, 16 teams have arrived from all parts of the globe to compete, including one team that is very close to my heart.
I worry about promoting the game of rugby in and around Australia and the Wallaby brand. You know, making sure that brand's strong, and making sure that the culture and the ethos stays within the young guys.
Earlier in the week, the classic Wallabies took this ethos into some of the schools in Hong Kong.
Oh mate, how can you not come to Hong Kong, mate? Classic Wallabies, you've got the kids. It's the best part about it. You know, we're all kids once upon a time, so hopefully we see a few, future Wallabies or All Blacks or whatever. But you just want the kids to enjoy what they do and have some fun with it.
So while the boys in the green and gold easily won over their new young fans, they had no such luck at the tournament itself, where they were knocked out by the Taiku Place Scottish Exiles. Okay, so the classic Wallabies were eliminated a little earlier than most of us wanted them to be. But the truth is, they were very well received. After the game, kids came out to get them to sign the balls and their posters, and then Classic Wallabies created a guard of honour for the next two teams that come out to play.
It's about those nice little displays, and and we try to definitely live the stuff we talk about in rugby.
Wasn't what we wanted out there, but still we had fun. Everyone played in the right spirit.
But look, at the end of the day, rugby's the true winner here, mate.
I would love to see the gold jersey come out again, not just because I'm an Australian and not just because I love the green and gold jersey, but because it does represent Australia participating in World Rugby along with everyone else that we're seeing here this week. Another one of those teams came from the very opposite side of the world.
We've got a team here in the 10s. It's called ProjecX Waterboys Rugby, for Scottish rugby club players who are not professional.
It's amateur rugby coming together to play against some world-class boys. We just played against 5 current Fijian Sevens boys, so it's a very good level, and love it every minute of it.
ProjecX Waterboys are also a team with another purpose: to support this man and his cause, a fellow Scot named Doddie Weir.
Doddie Weir is one of the most likeable, lovely, big 6'8" beanpole type second row forwards. Played for Scotland over 60 times. He played for the British Lions in the Victorious Tour in '97. 15 months ago, he announced that he had motor neuron disease, and he has dedicated his life to what he's got left, to raising money to try to find a cure.
For us, he's a Scottish idol. The boys look up to him, and the Waterboys have a great connection with Doddie Weir for what he's done for Scottish rugby. So we're hoping just to kind of raise awareness and give back as much as we can.
And we then spoke to Scott Hastings, who's a legendary British Lion Scottish rugby player, who's the chairman of Doddie's trustees, and we asked if we could sponsor, have his name on the jerseys, and we would donate everything, all our fundraising. The money goes to the foundation.
It wasn't until later that night that I realised just how important Doddie was for all the Scotsmen gathered at the Hong Kong 10s. As the sun faded and the finals kicked off, I was following a winning team on their lap of honour and was suddenly struck by the emotion coming from the Scottish supporters. Sure enough, I turned around and saw Doddie Weir on the pitch, accepting a cheque for his foundation.
rugby across the board. There's no other sport that gives back like rugby does. So for us to help out Doddie's foundation is great for us.
It truly was an emotional ending for one of the very best rugby tournaments I've ever been to. Final thoughts and feelings on the tournament?
Yeah, I'm obviously really pleased, chuffed to bits. I think the quality towards the business end of the tournament was incredible. The intensity of the games, especially in the cup. One thing that we sometimes lose in the age of professionalism is just the camaraderie of rugby players, and I think, you know, the boys in the final knocked lumps out of one another, and yet, you know, the respect that they earned and showed one another afterwards, you know, is testament to our great game. And all in all, I just couldn't be more happy with the result.